Hi everyone. I wanted to take a little time to talk to you about your PowerPoint speech. This is the assignment. I actually send back about 50% of these assignments, and I'm hoping to cut that down to 0% in this class by making this video. So I just want to tell you and show you very clearly what is expected of you for this assignment. For your very first slide, you're going to just have your title and your name, your class, your basic information. For your second slide, what you want here is your thesis statement. This is in the rubric. You have to have a thesis statement on this slide. You want a 3-point thesis statement. I've been talking about this, I've talked about this, and I'll continue talking about it throughout the class. You want a 3-point thesis statement. So state whatever you're going to inform us about. So let's say you wanted to inform your reader about the iPhone. So you might say iPhones are great because point A, point B, and point C, whatever you might have. You know, you have access to iTunes. They're incredibly expensive and they're super trendy. I don't know. I have an iPhone and I really couldn't possibly argue for why they're better than other phones, but you don't have to argue anything. You just have to inform. So just think of the 3 reasons that you're going to want to focus on. Then you're going to write 200 plus words here in your speaker notes. This is one of the most important parts. So when you open up your PowerPoint, this is going to be kind of hidden way down here. You're going to see your slide, and it's really easy to miss this little tiny part at the bottom, if you can see my cursor. So you just want to kind of take your cursor and your mouse and pull that up. You need to have 1,000 words of your speech in the speaker notes here. So you want to split that up evenly between your slides. So you want about 200 plus words per slide, and that will bring you up to 1,000 words, which is pretty easy to get when you're thinking of it like a speech. So you want to write 200 words introducing your topic, and you can end that with the thesis statement that you used here on this slide. You're going to want to have a hook that draws the reader in and just some information there. Then you're going to get to point 1, and you're going to talk about the point that you said first. So if I said that iPhones, you have access to iTunes. So you would put here, you know, about things that are nice about having access to iTunes. This is probably a terrible topic choice, but I didn't really think about it beforehand. The topic is not important. The format is important because you already have your topic. You know what you're writing about. So don't worry about what I'm talking about. Worry about your 3 main points for your speech. So what you want here is, though, no more than 3 bullet points. This is also in the grading rubric. If you have more than 3 bullet points, so you won't actually write point 1 here because you only want 3 bullet points. So whatever your main point is, you want to write 3 bullet points or fewer than that about it on your slide. And then you're going to want to write 200 words that are supported with some quotes and citations down here in the speaker notes. So you go on to slide 2, you're going to do the same thing there. Slide 3, same thing there. Point 2, point 3. No more than 3 bullet points or else you'll lose points on the rubric. Then we're going to go down, choose conclusion. So for your conclusion, you're going to wrap up your essay. So here you don't want any, you could have a lot of students have 1 or 2 sentences here rather than having bullet points, or you could have your 3 bullet points here. And then here, 200 words, restate your thesis, but in a different way. You want to paraphrase it. You don't want to use it word for word, but you have to restate those 3 main points here. Then the final slide is your works cited resources. It's going to try to bullet point them for you. You don't want them to be in bullet points. You're going to want to get rid of that because you're going to want to use a hanging indent. You want to format these properly, just like you would in an essay. So that's basically how you make the essay, the speech. If you have any questions, please email me. I am so happy to answer them, but I find that it's really a lot easier if I can show you right here how to use this. So you just have your title, your thesis, and your points, conclusion, and your sources. But make sure you have those 1,000 words separated evenly in your speaker notes, because that is where the majority of students mess up. They read the instructions and they just kind of overlook that or misunderstand that part of it. So just make sure that you have 1,000 word speech that's in your speaker notes. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know.